Cardio kingpin. Subjugate the dub play.
Well, Coach, while much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff, no such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
We got this.
Down, 18, Gator. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Pilot, 64,
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now Joe Mixon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. They'll run with Mixon. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
First down, Cincinnati. Ready up.
And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Here's Finley. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Josh Malone, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Back. Shoot.
that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Jackson, option right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
3rd and long here for Rosen. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Jordan Willis, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 18. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start by running the option to the right. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
55, Mike. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 2nd and 9, Finley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Finley. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
Mike. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Middle.
Goose. Rush in.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jordan Willis. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. An update from Denver. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Finley. He completes it to Boyd. And he's got room. Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
You alert. 36. Check. Check 3.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Out to the right here to Wilson. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rosen, the Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. 2nd quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
6-6, pull it high.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
First and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to it?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Miami. 55 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now Balaj. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Undercrush, undercrush. Switch.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Under 10, 10. Alert flare. Yes.
Now Rosen. It's caught. Stills, right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Stills was 2nd on the team a year ago to the now-departed Danny Amendola in the receiving yards category. And hard to believe, 5th year now with Miami after his first couple of years with Drew Brees in New Orleans, and now hoping he can form a bond with Josh Rosen.
Stay with your man. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. It's a party now. Yes.
Here's Rosen. And he finds Stills, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. They run it with Balaj. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's a run with Balaj. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kalen Balaj with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motive.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Rosen. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. Parker unable to get that one. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Off the play fake, Finley. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball. Exactly
right. You have a guy that has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. Finley now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Set, ready, 50, plant.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
X3, 218, chop it. Let's go.
Finley one more time. Throw left side, complete to Ross. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Finley on play action. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Finley here, 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch twins. Watch twins. Kill.
Hey, turn it out.
On 2nd and 9. Rosen. And over the middle, this is Parker. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Rosen now 5 of 6. Very accurate since taking over. And he's got his guys a first down.
Hey, high 7.
48 for Mike. Go. Big ass. Kill. Turn it up. Hug. Turn it up.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Walton.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
57 to Mike. Watch the screen. Check. Alert. 80. Check safety. Save.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rosen. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Rosen now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
You got 4 down. You got tight.
Hard. He's coming. We got double up. Monday. Smart.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on now, let's go. Ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Jackson, options out left, and now he'll tuck it and run. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here we go. 15 on it. 25. Check. What? Go. 25. Quick edge. Go. Check. Check 4.
They'll run here with Balaj. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They go play action now. Jackson. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. 2nd down, Finley. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
3rd and goal for Finley. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. And Bullock will put this one through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Show it. Shift. Check 50. Watch the safety crease.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Willis in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
48 for Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. I got it. Name on that. 26, check 26.
Here's Rosen to throw.
Check.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Geno Atkins in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check a quarter.
Bravo.
50, 80. I don't think you got it, son. Hey, alert. 99.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down around the NFL. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Well, the fake punt gets only a yard, but that's enough to pick up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, they're just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Carl Lawson, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Alert 3. Check that Monday. Hey, alert 3. Check your hot read. Wide. Get wide. Switch. Slant. Quarter.
From the gun, it's Rosen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Balaj. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
You got nothing. Check. Hatchet. Check. Crunch. Check 31.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.